It looks like it's just me. So please, remain seated and everyone please remain calm and head to your nearest exit. So, thank you. Can't see who's up there. Who? So, if you have a question for me, please join the audience of 10. Why don't you come and ask questions? I don't have, it's just me. Do you want to come down? Ross, does everyone want Ross down here? Only if you want. I don't want to put you on the spot. Everyone will just be really disappointed. All right, well, this is, I guess, like a one-man show, which is kind of fun and exciting. How's everyone doing? All right, so there was I guess I should, this is why I need you, Ross, because I might say stuff that'll get me canceled, which is no good. Well, this is fun. Let's do a little video while I entertain myself, so we can do this. Okay, so this is a one-man show. That is my first one-man show. I realized when I wear a baseball cap, my ears stick out and I look like quite a monkey, which is pretty obvious when you look at me that we are descendants from Neanderthals. If there's any doubt, don't know what's being taught in the schools here, but I know down in America they're having problems with science and believing things. Okay, that looks good like that. My first one-man show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. So we do have a mic here. I mean, we might as well just get people to ask questions, or I can come down into the audience, or do whatever. Don't need you. Don't need you. What's your name, though?
Hi, my name's Ming. I was on a TV show called Comic Book Man. It came on after The Walking Dead.
Oh, nice.
And I know I look like The Walking Dead right now.
What's going on there?
Norm, the guy who runs the con, he's like, hey, do you want to be in a short that we're shooting at the con?
Oh, cool.
I'm like, yeah, so they put me in this, and then he's like, hey, emergency, Steven's on the stage by himself.
I am totally fine by myself.
He's unhinged, like, this
Nope,
could go
not
crazy.
unhinged. I prefer it this way.
Actually, that's not what he says. He's like, he's from Edmonton, like, this could go, like, really south.
I'm from Well, I was born in Edmonton.
Okay.
But yeah, so I think I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah, so you can go do your thing.
Can I ask a fanboy question?
Sure, and then we can start and we can ask a question. Oh, yes, ma'am. Sorry,
No,
can we
no
get this
problem.
lady a mic? Or
This one right here, can you use this one right here so we can all
yes,
hear
just
you?
step up to the mic, please, ma'am. And also, when you step up to the mic, I ask that you say your name, and that's it. Welcome.
My name's Lori. I was just wondering, like, how are you so hot?
Oh.
That was my question.
No, seriously, like, you're just such a gorgeous specimen of a man, and I just was wondering, like, what's your beauty regime?
Thank you. Well, it's a lot of IPA beer, and also. No, see, this is why I need a moderator, because I'm going to say stuff that'll get me canceled. So it's IPA.
IPA beer.
That's my answer.
Thank you, sir. Huge fan.
What a beautiful,
Yes.
beautiful question.
Yeah.
Everybody, please, let's give it up.
How are you so beautiful?
Lori, hold it right here.
Yeah.
Folks, come on. Come on.
Give it up.
Incredible woman right here.
Just so I can get you an endorsement.
Okay,
deal.
so a quick question.
The IPA, first of all, do you have a particular brand that you like, just so we can get you the massive
I'm
endorsement
actually,
deal?
and I'm trying to get it sent to Canada because I don't know. I'm currently doing an OGG IPA, which makes me ridiculously happy, and it's going to be for charity for Alzheimer's and Dementia Association, for people that can't afford the help that is needed. And it's June 11th. So June 11th, if anyone's in Los Angeles, it's at Common Space Brewery. I'm going to be there pouring the beer, and it's the official release of the OGG IPA on June 11th.
OGG IPA.
And it's right by LAX, the brewery.
Amazing.
So it's super convenient. You can fly in on Friday, have some beer with me on Saturday.
Amazing. I'm part owner of a brewery myself. Would you like to collaborate one day?
Which one?
It's called Ross Brewing out of New Jersey. It's a
Really?
great place. Yeah, you'll love it. I'll have some sent to you.
Please, I was supposed to do a couple collabs when I was shooting Snowpiercer in Vancouver with a few different breweries, but COVID kind of fucked that all up.
Yeah.
But so now, the first time, so yeah, I'm all about it. 'Cause
Amazing.
I like my beer.
I'm gonna celebrate all my achievements with OGGI Parade.
It should be good. We've got Anderson hops that are being used, New Zealand hops.
Yeah.
The Anderson, which hasn't been used much, so
Yeah.
it's going to be a nice
I love
hazy.
it. We're speaking Canadian beer. We're talking about beer.
7%. It's
Yeah.
going to be a good one.
Hi, how are you? Yeah, real quick.
So your question
I've been
first.
rewatching Better Call Saul, and you have a very, very memorable scene on a parking deck with Jonathan Banks, and like he's a badass.
He's great.
Yeah. Do you have any stories about that day you shot with him?
Yeah,
about
I mean,
him?
he's such a professional, and that show is a bummer because the idea was that it was going to appear, that character Saul
Yeah,
Jack would
Curry.
appear he appeared with a big beard in whatever that season was. So we first saw him in the parking lot, then he appeared with a big beard.
Yeah.
And then we were going to do this appearance, all clean shaven. Unfortunately, because of the COVID and I was up in Vancouver shooting and
Yeah.
we couldn't leave the country, literally. Couldn't do it. But Jonathan Banks, yeah, the whole gang they're just wonderful
Yeah.
people. And Jonathan, consummate, like just such a professional. Like trailer in the morning, hair and makeup. Nice to meet you. First thing he says is, would you like to run lines? He's like, fuck yes. An actor.
Yeah, a real
Yes.
actor. Yes.
Someone who's going to run
Let's
lines
go
and
through
we
it.
get to
So,
play.
Yeah.
So he was wonderful.
Amazing. Cool. All right, I'm going to step off, and it's great seeing you.
Great to meet you.
Have a great time, my friend. And yeah, please ask this man questions. He's a legend.
Well,
This-
I don't know about a legend, but
take hold of this amazing chance, everybody. So, thank you, my friend.
thank you. Okay.
Hello, hello. My
Hello.
name is Keenan. I am asking a question on behalf of my friend. I'm a big GTA.
Oh, it's one of these on behalf of my friends. It's like going to the doctor and saying, Doctor, I'm not here for me. I'm here for my friend. Has this really bad rash, and he keeps saying it hurts when he pees. Is there something I can give him? Anyways, continue.
He was wondering what was the GTA 5, what was the nastiest scene that you had to do? Like, for example, the scene where you took the bowl of whatever out of the fridge and heated it up and ate it while talking to Michael Roscoe.
Nastiest scene in GTA. Well, I mean, it was all motion capture, so obviously it wasn't like a film or TV where you actually have to maybe do something quite gross. So there was nothing really gross because you're just dealing with pretend objects. So there was nothing that you had to actually do. So it was, I mean, the thing with that, I guess the most difficult was getting used to the motion capture suit. And you had a helmet with a camera and a light right on your face. So it was getting balls all over you, right? The motion capture suit. So it was getting used to how to interact wearing that. That was like the most difficult part because you couldn't get close to someone's face because you'd smash cameras. So you have to always talk to the side of someone's face instead of get in someone's face. That was the most difficult, but that wasn't gross. It was just, yeah. So sort of went around the question because there was nothing gross, but landed at a terrific answer. What an answer. But thank you for your question, Keenan. It's like someone had an accident up here. Right? It's like a big baby thing. Fictional characters are the reason I'm single. Yes, sir. What is your name, sir?
My name is Riz.
Riz?
Yes.
Nice to meet you, Riz.
Nice to meet you. That actually might have been from Ross when he spilled water during Rock and Rocky on Friday.
What's that?
The accident on the stage.
Oh, the accident was from what?
I think he spilled water.
Who?
Ross.
Nice, Ross. Wherever you are being blamed for this water stain on the stage. Riz is calling you out for being a water spilled fucker. I also have a very terrible potty mouth. I swear a lot, so to all the kids out there, I don't really care.
Anyway, my question...
All right, Riz is like,
Moving on. So my question actually was for your character Rebus in Westworld. How was it just shooting for Westworld? Because it looks like you were doing that and Walking Dead at the same time.
true. And one of the best, like as, you know, I don't know, as a child I've always acted, but I never had any dreams of specific things. But that was a pretty cool week or two where I was in Atlanta shooting Simon, The Walking Dead, and then flying to LA to shoot Westworld. It was pretty cool. That's where I felt like, oh, this is cool. This feels good. And so, you know, the biggest thing with that was lines. Like, fuck. Memorizing lines and then not wanting to get them confused because I had to go and shoot and then get right back and shoot The Walking Dead. But it was fun, and also for Rebus, this one, I think it was the time, I think I'm getting the story straight, maybe not, where Rebus was changed. Like they came in, Jeffrey's character, Tessa's character, they reprogrammed Rebus to be a good guy. Unfortunately, in the edit, it all got cut to shit, all my stuff. There was this whole monologue explaining where Rebus initially, I don't know if I watched the episode, everyone's tied up and Rebus is doing his Rebus thing, which is not nice. And he's doing his thing, and then I hear screams, I run off, I get bonked on the head, and then I think it just cut to then me running up the hills or something, but in between there was like a full monologue where I come back as good Rebus, and the women that I was about to have my way with were all, you know, freaked out because they assume I'm still bad Rebus. But I had to convince them, no, trust me, I'm here to save you now. And it was so cool. Obviously I didn't do that good a job because they cut the whole fucking thing out. But it was such a cool moment. And most difficult thing was then, because I switched, I was also the fastest. Oh, they had that part, right, where I was the gunslinger. That was a tough part. Because like James Marsden had been working for months on the gun. I found out about that on the flight from Atlanta to LA. So I arrived to set being told I'm the fastest gunslinger. And I'm like, I can't do that in a day. I can't learn to do that. So luckily they have someone to do it for me, to make me look cool.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Riz. Exactly. Give it up for Riz. Riz, everybody. He's here every year from 12 to 1.
Hello, my name's Alex. I just want to know, like, what was your favorite line as Shepard Phillips in GTA?
Favorite line. I never remember. It's like when people always ask me for, like, to write favorite lines. I don't remember. Plus, it was so long ago. I tend to start to remember more at these things because people ask me to do it. I mean, the most memorable, or the thing I definitely remember the most, is the very first scene I did was when Trevor's stomping on, I think it was a character from another GTA. Right?
Yeah, The Lost City.
Okay, so I think he kills someone from another game. And that was my first day of shooting. And there's a dummy's head that I had to stomp on. So my first day shooting is me stomping on a head saying one of my favorite words, which I won't say, but see you next Tuesday is the acronym. So that's, yeah, that would be, I think, one of my favorites. Sort of set the path for, this should be an interesting shoot, which it was. So,
Thank you.
thank you. Give it up, give it up.
Hi, I'm Geneva.
Hello.
So you play bad guys or villains just so amazingly well. Is that something that you kind of always knew you would be good at? Like as an aspiring actor when you're first coming up, do you sort of have that awareness of that's maybe kind of where you would land as an actor, or is that just something that developed over time, or?
I think it's probably the space has a lot to do with it. It's like there's only so much you can do with this thing. No, I don't know. It's just, I guess, more the opportunities that you get as auditions and the things you book is what it, like, that's how it all sort of starts. And obviously was not booking the young romantic lead. And so, yeah, I mean, it just kind of works out that way. And then you become known for certain things, which I do a lot of things. There's some actors that have their wheel that they can do and can't really go outside of it. But I like to think of myself as someone who does a lot of different characters and can do this and that. You just get sort of known for a certain thing. But comedy world thought I was the big funny guy, and then I did the comedy stuff, and then you get the bad evil guys, and all of a sudden you become the evil guy. So it's nothing, you know, I still have the same, I never had an idea as this is what I want to do. Since I was a kid, I just thought I loved to perform, so I just want to act and do different characters. There's not like, I need to do this, or I want to be in this. It's not, it's acting, be different characters.
Do you think you have more fun playing bad guys?
More fun. I mean, it's the thing with the bad characters, if you will, call them bad characters or evil characters, is they certainly have more freedom to fuck around. You know, because you don't, I think if you're sort of I don't know what to call them nowadays, but let's say a typical hero or, you know, any of that, you're kind of defined by that. You can't go outside the box. I think it's fun to go outside the box, to play more. So I enjoy them for that. You know, you can have more fun. Yeah.
Well, it seems like you do enjoy it, and it comes through, so thank you. It's amazing.
Thank you. Appreciate it very much. Such lovely tepid applause. Like, there we go. There we go. Maybe because it's still early for everyone.
Hi, I'm Josh Alfred, and Stephen fucking on.
There
I'm
we go.
sorry, Trevor
There we go.
Phillip.
That's
Anyway,
the enthusiasm we want. Finally.
I have a question for Trevor Phillip, and it's about your enterprise. And I was wondering if you got your guns back from the Chinese enterprise. Actually, did you? Yeah. My question.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, okay. What about?
But
Sorry about that.
I really don't know a lot about the game. Actually, in fact, nothing.
Nothing.
Aside from what people tell me. I'm so bad when people ask about the game. Hey, do you know about this? Or what does this mean? Or when's GTA 6 coming out? I'm like, I don't know about any of that shit.
Fair enough. Fair.
Still have never played it, really. So I'm
Okay.
terrible to ask that stuff to.
All right. How about Wade? Do you talk with Wade at all?
The actor?
The actor.
Because of course, Trevor is a cartoon.
Yes.
So I could never actually, it's the one thing I get when people like say Trevor, I'm like, I couldn't even be that character. Like, I mean, certain people get, you know, shouted at for their characters, and it's like, not documentaries, so it can't really be you, it is acting. And so I was always like, and with Trevor, he's a character, like a cartoon, so how could I fucking be a cartoon? It's just not possible. And I always like to, you know, let everyone know the difference between reality and play. So the actor portraying Wade, I haven't seen in years, since probably shooting. I am still friendly and more in touch with Ned and Solo, Sean, Michael, and Franklin. Still in touch with them.
Awesome.
Yeah, give it up for them. They're watching the live stream of this, I'm sure, at home. But thank you.
Hi, I'm Justin. This mic is too short.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. My question is, do you have any like favorite blooper or funny moment from anything that any of your set you've been on? Like, I need to be super serious, and then everybody just loses their mind laughing.
And those moments are the most fun. When you get the giggles on a set when you're shooting. I don't know, sometimes that laugh is the most cathartic, wonderful experience. Trying to think of one of my favorites. I mean, I don't really remember the work so much, you know, like I just forget it, you kind of walk away, but I mean, I was just shooting last week and we had a bunch of moments that were funny. Oh, there is one I like to share, Walking Dead story, and I'll throw my girl Austin Emilio under the bus here. When we were shooting, and Ross would know about this, I think, as I see him in the corridor over there. Austin and I, it was one night at the, what's the home, Alexandria?
Yeah, Alexander.
Alexandra. And so they were shooting a big scene. Did you know this? Everyone, give it up for the delicious, the beautiful Ross. How you doing? Who watched the wrestling match last night? Tara was showing me a couple pictures, and I'm sorry I missed it.
Fun, right?
Was it fun? So I don't know if Ross, oh, did you get the IPA here is terrific, isn't it good?
Good up. Good.
It's so good.
So good. Yeah.
So the one, and I
You
don't know.
guys know how to do beer up here, huh? Oh, sure.
Great accent.
Sure.
That was very European, or
Yeah,
is
that's Canadian, isn't it?
there
Oh,
you
sure.
go.
Oh, sure.
As Canadian, and being Canadian myself, we love it when you Americans do the ridiculously stupid stereotype of how we talk. We appreciate that.
You betcha there.
And
Sure.
here's my impression and stereotype of Americans. Huh?
Spot on. We're all troglodyte idiot Neanderthals, yes.
Huh? I always use
Are we all Tim Allen to you? This is just an episode of Home Improvement.
Well, I always love to say, so the difference, and then I'll get right back to the story, which I know you're dying to know, is, so Canadians known for A, you know, what's up, eh? That's inquisitive.
A boot.
No, but the question mark, so it's Canadians are A, in Paris, or in Quebec, it's non, right? You know, whatever, it's a nice, non. They do that, which is negative, which is sort of the French, right? A little negative. So it's A for Canada, what's going on, eh? French, what's happening, no? And then for Americans, it's, what's going on, huh? That's how I separate, it's A, non, and huh? So the quick story, which I don't know if Ross was there that night, I don't think you were, I don't remember that, but Austin and I were having our little giggles behind the house that they were shooting at, and it's 2 a.m, and we're just having fun, and we had gas, commonly known as
he often
farts.
does.
Yeah. So we were sitting again, like behind the house almost, and so, you know, they're filming, and we're just like, smell that, like we're literally like children, like little boys going, you saw it? Okay, here, pull this back. Laughing, farting, being idiots. When sound comes back, and they're like, can you guys shut up? We can hear you farting. During a take. Might have been the giggling too, but that was, to get to your point, that was probably one of my favorite stories. It's not a blooper, it was more of a pooper.
This guy, I mean.
I said blooper and I made it into a pooper because a blooper is, it was a pooper and we shat.
Okay, we get it.
Thanks, guys. And
Thank you.
give your balls a tongue.
Oh,
Yeah, you better run.
is that like a Canadian greeting or something? It's like,
And give your balls a tongue.
mic drop. Did he run away? Where did he go? Wow. You probably broke it. What happened? Where did you choose this? You're a theater actor, just.
Thank you so much. What's your name?
Derek.
Thank you, Darren. Right? Give it up for the sound. Yeah.
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 What was your question? Sorry.
Yeah.
My name is Josh, and
Josh.
Ross, you were awesome last night at the Wrestling Force.
Interesting though, it's my panel, so let's sort of keep it centered around me if we could, Josh. Next, yes, let's go to the next question.
That's fair enough. I do have a question.
Just kidding, I'm kidding.
I was just wondering, for The Walking Dead, what was your favorite scene to shoot? And is there anyone that you wish you would have gotten to shoot with?
I think the answer is pretty obvious.
Well, I think Ross and I we never actually got playtime. The only interaction was in the garage.
No, not true.
Oh, really?
Dude, come on. What are you talking about?
But did we say anything in the lineup?
No.
No, I'm talking about like getting to our characters interacting.
Didn't you do the log fire? And you were shouting at me and Rick and Sonika.
When you guys all came out of the...
And we were like pointing at the guy and you guys hang a guy over the edge.
We did the trailer. Did you come out with cutlets and everyone and they come out of the Winnebago?
Yeah.
And I was like, you can't.
Yeah.
But again, that wasn't our character.
Right. Yeah. We did do the pantry, I guess, in Alexandria.
That was the only thing where
yeah.
we were across from each other and you said something and I was like, I just looked at him like he was a little piss ass.
But then we did the lean to each other, yeah.
That's right. That was the sort of became the joke is with Jeffrey and Negan. We were like,
oh hell yeah.
Which to this day, I still find myself sometimes. What was I shooting recently? Where I did that, I was like, well, fuck, I gotta be careful doing that. Just trademarked it.
It's like Jeffrey always thinks he's in the Matrix or something. He's like constantly dodging bullets somehow.
Great flexibility. See, I mean, that's the interesting thing with the show, is that it's like Snowpiercer or Westworld. It's such a huge world. You don't always get to play with everyone. Like some of us never met other communities on that show. So, yeah, you want to play with as many people as you can, but you can't. Is that cool?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I feel like this is like a TED talk. You're pacing and everything. You're like, you're really owning the room. I love it.
Well, I have to say a quick story, and then we'll get to you, young man. I saw David Morse do How I Learned to Drive at the Vineyard Theater, Playwrights Horizon, I forget where it was, which they're currently doing in New York again. Mary Louise Parker, David Morse, Paula Vogel. But I saw him, so this was when I first came to New York and I had no money, and they used to do ushering, so you could get into the
singer?
Oh, you'd usher in the place so you could see the place. And so I saw David Morse on stage, warming up. This is what he would do. It's just walk back and forth. This is prior to the performance. And he just did it, and I realized, oh, that's how he got his energy onto the stage. So I think that's why I pace. Okay, sorry. I could sit. Problem is, I'm wearing Japanese denim. Yes, I'm fascio. And if you ask about Japanese denim, I'm gonna hug you. Japanese denim is very, this one is very tough to sit in, because it's price to pay, looking good, son.
Is it extremely soft, or what's the? Oh God, that's like a.
It's like bulletproof. This particular Japanese denim. We could talk about Japanese denim. Is there a question about Japanese denim?
Do you like Shrek? You like Shrek? Answer the microphone, please.
Yes.
He's all right. He checks out. He's cool.
Do you like a warm breeze on a cold day? Do you like soft skin running through your hair?
What?
What? Hang on, what the? Ross. Okay, sorry, here we go. Well, Dad's right there, so I know we're safe. I know you're safe. I don't even know what that meant. Okay, just for goodness sakes, please.
What was your most annoying scene?
Most annoying? In anything? Most annoying. Anytime you're working with a bad actor. It's annoying.
Right here, Steven.
Anytime you work with, and this is a big thing you get nowadays, I don't know when this style of acting started, but it's whisper acting. Whisper. When people don't talk loud when you're acting with them, even if it's on a master or a close-up, there's a lot of actors that think the less is more, so you don't show any. Now, everyone is wired and you have mics and boom, so it's all being captured. But the most annoying, buzzing thing in the world is when you have an actor like this. The volume goes down. A lot of actors, a lot, will be this far away. Literally, you're doing a scene, and this is what you get.
I can't hear you.
And you're, well, how am I supposed to take my fucking cue? I can't hear you. Are you gonna hand signal me? So that I find the most annoying thing, when actors can't even talk. You can't hear them. That's annoying. What do you think? It's true. True story. Great question though. Excellent question. And thank you again for watching my table. You did watch my table. Hello.
Hi, my name is Lincoln.
Lincoln?
Yeah.
Cool name.
Thank you.
Lincoln. Is that spelled with a P? Good times here in Prince George.
What character did you like to play more, Simon or Trevor?
I mean, they're both fun. You know, I don't know if I like to play one more than the other. I don't really have favorites. I mean, Trevor was fun because I'd never done motion capture, so that was fun. And he's so out there. So maybe Trevor just for the freedom.
Trevor's the closest to who Steven really is, though. Like, I remember the first day I met him on The Walking Dead, and I was like, I know I've never seen this actor before. I've never watched him in anything, but I know him. I don't know how. And I was like, I kept talking. I was like, I know this guy from somewhere. And then all of a sudden, I was like, I've played you so many times, you know, because I love GTA. And then we got to talking about that, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm not really much of a video game guy, but from Canada, eh? So that's cool, eh? And he did this thing, which he does a lot, which is a Trevor
impression
thing.
of me? Here goes.
Oh yeah, I'm Trevor, and then he does this thing, you know. So yeah. When you play him, you know, Trevor's like, oh god, what the that's actually Steven. That's really
Ross was doing that yesterday, like what the impression of like me going, what do I do? I go,
oh yeah, I pat my belly a lot. I'm Steven. I'm from Canada. What? Yes. Right? Spot on, right? Yeah, thank you.
He's like, I'm out of here. Lincoln's out of here. Thanks, Lincoln.
Hi, I'm Brad.
Brad.
So I have a two-parter.
I love a good two-parter.
As an actor,
sorry, Brad.
That's okay. As an actor, what signifies to you that you've made it as an actor? Do you feel you are there already?
It's so funny because, again, what people think and the impressions of it is so different than the reality. I would say I'm incredibly grateful, incredibly thankful. I consider myself incredibly fortunate. I also feel I deserve, I've worked really fucking hard as I continue to, but I'm still like this. I still feel like I'm 20, waiting for the audition to get the next role.
So they're not coming to you and knocking on your door?
No, that's the weirdest thing that people assume because you're working. It's not like I've got scripts on my table and I'm choosing. Like they're like, why did you do another apocalyptic project? I'm like, because that's all I book. yeah, it's not like there's offers. People assume, like I've been doing a lot of these indie films, young filmmakers. I just love to be of service to these people, that especially unique voices. Yeah, and especially now more than ever, we need unique voices, people that are willing to take a risk in this society that we're now sadly having to live in. But so, you know, even with these projects, it's happened to me a lot lately where people are like, oh, I would have no idea you'd want to do this, or I assume you're too busy. I'm like, what, too busy floating around on my fun boy in my backyard? I love, that's why I'll do stuff like short films. I love to fucking act. And so it's a weird thing. I don't know if you get it, where people assume something. You're busy, you're not interested, you'd never do this project. I did a film in Indiana, this young filmmaker called Now I See, with Emily Spasso, who's amazing, and Jay Hughley's who's an amazing actor. And the filmmakers were blown away. They're like, oh my, like as if I was, I don't know, yeah, Pacino or some like, I don't consider myself anything. I mean, I recognize it, I'm not like, oh really, you know me? I'm not stupid. But I feel that. I still feel, again, like I'm 20 trying for, because the things I've done, again, grateful. So appreciate getting to do these things. Incredible, like how fucking lucky. But the projects I want to do, I still feel I haven't done. So, does that make sense?
Yeah. So part 2 is totally different.
Part 1 was great.
In The Walking Dead, when you guys are actually killing the walker and you get blood splattered everywhere, I mean, obviously that comes from makeup and special effects. And
No, that's real blood.
Are they throwing it on you? From
Real
someone?
blood, usually infected.
Does somebody throw it on you from behind the scenes, or does it just come out of the mannequin, or how does it work?
Well, Ross could probably answer this more than me, because I actually never killed a zombie.
What? You never killed one zombie?
I didn't see a zombie the entire first year. The only time I saw zombies was at lunch and I'd see them. I was always in the sanctuary or dealing with humans. The only real zombie I remember, and I didn't get to kill it, was with Austin. It was when a car blew up or something, and it was Greg's first naked zombie. And it was just this naked zombie, but I never got to kill it. I think Austin shot it. I never killed a zombie. So, I mean, Greg, the team, The Walking Dead, incredible for effects and what they do. And it's obviously all thrown on you where they planned it with. I don't know, maybe Ross can probably put more insight into that one.
Sometimes it's CGI if it's like, being pulled out of someone's head, there's meant to be a blood effect, but like most of the time, if it's coming onto us, there's someone with a paintbrush, basically, they got this paintbrush, flicking it on you, or somebody's got blood packs, like attached to their neck or to their head, that erupt in blood. And it's cool because it's, Greg's really sweet, Greg Nicotero, our EP, he's very insistent on flavoring our blood, either mint flavor or cherry flavor. So even if it gets in your mouth, you're like, oh, not bad. Tasty blood. You had fake blood in your mouth when you were a zombie, weren't you? Did you?
I did. Yeah. That was. Yeah, I had blood in my mouth. I don't remember it. So, great questions.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Do I have photo ops at a certain time? What's that? Okay.
Hello again, Keenan here.
Amazing singer, by the way. Amazing singer.
Thank you.
Really?
Brought down the house on Friday with Uptown Funk by the illustrious Bruno Mars, correct?
Indeed.
Can I hear a little Uptown Funk?
Can we hear it, Uptown Funk?
Uptown Funk, gonna give it to you. Uptown Funk, gonna give it to you.
Uptown Funk, gon' give it to ya. Uptown Funk, gon' give it to ya. It's Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe it, just watch. Come on.
Wow, everybody give it up for Keenan. That's amazing. Good for you, man. You should be up here. That's talent.
I just had the thought pop into my head. If you could get any of your characters and make it motion capture, like if they're making a video game, they're doing motion capture for it, like Trevor, what would be the funnest character to put into motion capture? And opposite way, if GTA 5 became a movie, how would you change your movement, I guess, and how would the character of Trevor change?
Great question. I'll go backwards. Trevor was in the movie, it'd probably be somewhat easier because, again, if you put on those tighty whities that are soiled and you got piss stains, and, you know, unfortunately the whole
Again, that's actually who Steve really is.
It really is.
No, yesterday, what were you doing yesterday? During photo ops?
Shitting myself?
Yes. But also, during photo ops, what were you doing?
Oh, pulling out my boxers?
Yes.
But that's because I had just come from shooting like Friday night I shot till 3 a.m. I had to go home, grab my case, get right to the airport for 6. Slept like 2 hours, which is why I was late, and I apologize for people that were here Friday or Saturday that I couldn't be here. But so I literally went straight kind of from set to here, and for what I was shooting, I always like wardrobe precaution to give me boxers to wear, because I don't want to wear my own if you sweat and all of that, or you soil them. So I had they gave me extra large Calvin Klein boxers that are like down to here. They're like old man boxers. So I had to show Ross my boxers. So Trevor would be easier because if you're in that and if you're shooting, let's say in the heat, you're sweating, get into it more. A character that I don't know. Do you have any ideas that you would want to see, like a character? Oh, the tick, flex on. That would be fun as a cartoon, because then you could really do the plastic man, right? You know, that'd be fun. Thank you. So as we're wrapping it up, let's thank Ross here for stepping in. Yes. And we always get thanked for coming. And I would like to always make the point of saying, thank you all 20 of you. Because honestly, if it wasn't for like the fans, the people that want this and pay to get in, pay to wait, and pay for this, and pay for that, we wouldn't be here. So, very grateful for you all, because without you guys, we're not here. So, it's appreciated very much. And, you know, okay, so, thank you. Be well. Don't forget, wipe twice. Oh, tickle your balls. Yeah, don't forget to, what did you say? Tickle your balls. Thank you.
All right, let's give a big hand for Stephen Ogg and a bonus Ross Marquardt. That was sick. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Don't forget, Stephen's photo op is right now, section PQ in the upper concourse. Obviously, give us some time to get there, but he'll be there very soon. So, what's next is the Conquest semi-finals. So, I am your game master. My name is Pat Howard from GameQuest. We've been doing this series of games for